In this video, I'm doing a full speed test and comparison of Cricket versus AT&T. First, you can see the app switcher has been completely cleared, and I want to start off with the preliminary speed test. Now, I actually ran this test a total of 3 times, and I want to present all of the data for each of the 3 tests. You can see Cricket's 8 megabit per second data speed cap, and you can see how AT&T is able to go beyond that. This is on the AT&T Go phone service. However, I do want to point out Cricket has a slightly higher upload speed, and AT&T has a significantly lower ping. Cricket's average speeds for all 3 tests were 7.67 megabits per second down and 2.72 megabits per second up, while AT&T's average speeds were 9.26 megabits per second down and 1.20 megabits per second up. Now, on the AT&T network, I of course have gotten much higher speeds, up to 28 megabits per second down and 8 megabits per second up. Just so happens in this particular area, I'm getting about the same speeds on both carriers. The first test I'm running is launching the Reddit homepage in Safari. You can see AT&T finishes first with a time of 2.4 seconds, Cricket just behind with a time of 2.77 seconds. Next, loading Narwhal, my favorite Reddit client. Again, AT&T finishing first, with Cricket trailing behind just a fraction of a second slower. Now loading up Amazon on Safari, you can see AT&T finishes first with a time of 1.73 seconds, and Cricket finishes behind with a time of 3.1 seconds. Now loading up B&H Photo Video, another favorite website of mine. AT&T crushes this one with a time of 1.7 seconds. Cricket appears to load the website after 2.5 seconds, but you can still see the blue progress bar at the top of the page. So again, while the page appears to be loaded, Safari says it isn't fully loaded, and Cricket actually finishes with a very slow time of 20.17 seconds. Next, loading the App Store, again AT&T finishes first with Cricket just trailing behind. Next, loading up Twitter, both actually tie for this one. I use the Twitter client Tweetbot, both loaded very quickly at 1.07 seconds, and both run very smoothly. Next, using Google Maps to load up the Eiffel Tower, and I believe Google Maps actually cached my search results from the previous time I did it, so I did it first on AT&T and second on Cricket. So the Cricket phone had the information cached and was able to load things a little bit faster. Next, on to loading YouTube. Cricket displays the information first, but AT&T actually displays the pictures first. Now, when I try and play my own video, AT&T again is in the lead here with a time of 2.1 seconds, and Cricket exactly a second and a half behind. And lastly, loading a GIF or GIF, AT&T finishes first here with a time of 3.27 seconds, and again, Cricket is in last with a time of 4.83 seconds. So that wraps up this video comparing Cricket's capped data speeds versus AT&T's uncapped LTE speeds. You can see while loading times were very close between the two, AT&T is the definitive winner as it won pretty much all of the speed tests I performed here. Again, I've been using Cricket for the past 2 years and haven't had any issues with their capped data speeds, but AT&T hands down provides a faster connection. So that wraps up this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Share this video if you found it interesting, and consider subscribing for more videos like this one. I'm Stetson Doggett. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.